Dudes, what's up? So, sorry, it's gonna be kind of hard to hear. Um, so, a little bit ago, we picked up brand new 2021 Chevy Silverado 1500 for a new truck. I traded in the Ford, picked up this truck. So, I haven't done a video on it yet, but I'm going to kind of show you around this new thing. Just took it in to the shop a little bit ago for the first oil change on it, and I've done some other stuff to it, and I'm getting ready to put on a RoughCountry tonneau cover on it. So that's what this video is about today. But first things first, I'm going to show you the truck. So this truck, it's super nice. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, Sirius XM, Wi-Fi, OnStar, you name it. It is a diesel. It's got the tow package. It's got this stupid auto start stop, which I hate. But yeah, this thing is super comfy, very ergonomical to drive. Plenty of room in the passengers. Does good towing. One of the things I added to it was I got the Firestone Ride Right air ride suspension in the back. I have on-demand air, so I have the little controller to set the pressure in my bags. And that's that. I'm about to get the CB installed in this eventually. I still have the winch bumper from the old truck that'll go on this. But that'll come later, right before hunting season. I'll put that winch bumper on. That's the RoughCountry winch bumper and winch. Right now I'm about to throw on the RoughCountry tonneau cover in the back. So y'all stay tuned. I hope you like this video. Sorry if you can't hear me very well. So hopefully you guys can hear me all right. So anyway, it's gonna go ahead and throw that tonneau cover on. The instruction says it takes like 30 minutes. We'll see. So all right, stay tuned. So in the box, like I said, it's the RoughCountry tonneau cover. That's the top of it, and then the cover itself, it's just like a garage door. It pulls out, looks just like a garage door, and then it's fully lockable when the tailgate's up. So that's that. I got the rails over in another box, but I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up and go ahead and get this thing installed. probably hard to see, but I just got the rails on. It's kind of a pain. They have a little spot you gotta line up to be able to put the bolt and then tighten the bolt in. But I'm gonna try to show you here. So this has a little groove that slides in. It slides in and it lines up right there, and you put that bolt in. But you gotta finagle it in there to get it to line up correctly. But once you get it lined up, it just bolts in on either side. Real simple. So the rail, there it goes like that. Like I said, and it's got this channel right here. If I can show you, it's got this channel that the cover itself, you know, line it in the channel and then line it up for that bolt to go in on both sides. The rails are labeled left and right, so you don't have to really guess. If they're not labeled, it's pretty self-explanatory to figure out which one's which. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the brackets put on for that now, and then I'll be pretty much done with it. So it's super easy to install, 30 minutes or less easily. But I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys down, get the side mount brackets on for the rail, the clamps that clamp it onto the side of the truck, and then we'll keep going from there. Now when this clamps onto the rail of the truck, you got 4 brackets. The 2 that look like this, so these 2, those clamp up by the cab. These 2 that look like this clamp towards the tailgate. And it looks like it's gonna be kind of tricky to get them to go on the right way, but I'm gonna see if I can't do this. It's got these little grooves cut up that match up to the bottom. Sorry, too close, can't see. That match up to the bottom. Where's my hand at? Right here, that match up. You'll see there's a little groove cut in the thing like this that tells you where to put these clamps. So it lines right up with that. That little round piece goes in there and it clamps it on. So this could be a little bit of a booger to show on camera, but I'm gonna try my best. Okay, I got the one side done. Like I said, it's kind of a pain. You probably couldn't really see it on the recording, but these pieces, they have this channel and it lines up. They have relief cut into the bottom of the rails, and this slides on to the rail, and then so this slides onto the rail. This piece hooks underneath just like that, and then the piece goes through and you tighten it down and it tightens it, and that's what clamps it onto the rails of the truck. So it's kind of a booger to get it to line up, especially because it's got the channels cut in it. So you got to get the channels lined up just right and it'll slide right on. But kind of a pain in the butt to get it all lined up. But I'm going to get the other side put on, and then I'm going to get the kickstand brackets put on at the tailgate end. That just provides additional support, and then from there I'm pretty much done with this. So stay tuned. So I did find it's easier to put this piece on first and then put this on underneath before you tighten it up. Otherwise this just kind of gets in the way. So if you do this piece first and then that piece, it lines up fairly easy. So I apologize, this is gonna be hard to see, but there's the relief that's cut into the channel that you line this up to. It slides right on. That piece goes in there, that tucks up underneath the rail, and then you just tighten that down with the little lock bar that fits in behind it. And get it nice and snug. And that ain't gonna go anywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that other one on. And then put the kickstand things on, the kickstand support pieces. So now that I've got the rails on and tightened down, I'm gonna lubricate the seal. It's on the rails. It came with a lubricating wipe. This is to wipe those down, so that's what I'm gonna do. So. So that part's done. So now I'll have to put the cover on the top, and then I think that's about it. So put my hat back on. Oh, I gotta install the drain cover, but I don't think I can do that until I get that on. So it has drain tubes too that go in the canister, and then the tubes run down to the factory drain holes in the bed of the truck. So I think I actually have to do that now. So let me look at the directions. So I've got the drain tube here. It's got this fitting. There's drain holes in the bottom of the canister. So that's what this goes to. You line the fitting up and it clicks right in like that. Then the drain tube itself goes to the factory bolts. That's dumb. Doesn't even clip in there. It's supposed to. It's supposed to go up and then rotate. Well, that seems pretty stupid. Just, yeah. That goes like that. And then that goes down to the drain hole. Like so. So, I'm going to show you. So, it clips in to the bottom, and then it goes down to the drain hole, which is in the bed of the truck, which you can't see, but it's right there. You gotta use a pair of pliers or something to pinch that to get it to shove through, and then you're good. You gotta do that on both sides. So that's what I'm gonna put the other one in and grab a pair of pliers and wedge that through. So the little pieces that fit in there don't clip in very easily, like you could almost flick them and they'd fall out. So I just duct taped them on. If you want to do it and make it look good, use some sort of adhesive. I don't have any, so I'm just using duct tape for now. And then the hose itself goes down in the drain hole. The hose is too big for the drain hole, so what I did was I cut little slits in there so it could wedge into the hole. I did that on both sides. But now, all I have left to do is put on the top cover, and then I am done. It's all on. Pretty sweet. So it's completely lockable with the tailgate. So as long as the tailgate's locked, everything is secure. It's nice and waterproof. Tailgate's up. Just like that. So if it's locked, which my tailgate's not, you get that undone. And then just to take it off, grab the handle right here, full handle, fully retractable. Then you bring it back in, pull it until it clicks. There's a little piece of Velcro on this that's supposed to stick up to, which you can reach in and stick it on there like that, so it keeps the handle strap out of the way if need be. So there you go, RoughCountry extendable hardtop tonneau cover for a Chevy or GMC with a 5'9", or sorry, 5'7" bed. Fits perfect. As you can see, there is zero light coming in from underneath. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you don't mind, I'll link everything in the description box for this tonneau cover for this truck. But this is again a 2021 Chevy Silverado 1500 four-wheel drive with the Mini-Max Duramax engine in it. I went ahead and threw the RoughCountry tonneau cover on, so now anything I want to put in the back and want to keep dry and secure, I'll be able to do so. So go ahead and hit the like button, share the video, share the channel, make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already, and y'all have a good day. Stay safe.